Hello and welcome to my channel, Redeeming Thunder. I am Erica and I am here to give you a wonderful prophetic word given by Ruach HaKodesh on 8/29/2024. So not too long ago. This was a unique dream that is understandable that it's in the series of Ordained Spouse. So you're going to want to listen in on this. It's quite detailed. And I'm going to attach a video because as I was receiving other prophetic word and I was throughout my journey after this particular dream, and I was contemplating this dream, trying to figure out how I can provide more prophetic, supernatural, divine intervention to provide for Yahuah's purpose and plans. And he gave me such a video that actually did a real manifestation within my own eyes. And it was a healing power. And so I would also like you to watch that video that I will attach in the description so that you can see the signs and wonders of Yahuah Almighty. So again, this dream was given to me on 8/29/2024. Now, this is how it goes. I saw this woman, and she was with some friends and attended some kind of concert or conference that was held outdoors on a stadium, kind of like a carnival slash concert, okay? And there was public speakers, prophetic voices attending this event. This was a event that would glorify Yahuah. And she attended with some friends. So there she was. And just parked. They're getting out of the car, and she sees that one of the speakers was there around just about a few yards away. And he was standing right outside his RV. So he was doing world travel, I guess. And that's what it looked like, that he was traveling from city to city in the RV, and that was the next destination. And when she looked over, she caught his gaze, and he looked over at her. And that's key right there. So that kept occurring as her friends are getting out of the car, and she's just standing there. And there was many other people rushing towards him to want to greet him, want to chat with him, and he was greeting them and he was being friendly, but she kept feeling someone look at her, and when she look around and look, it's like something was pulling for her to look back at him and his direction, and there they go, catching each other's gaze again. And it kept occurring. And so now she's she's thinking she just wants to say something to her friend. So I see her walk over to her friend, and she whispers a secret in her friend's ear so that no one else could hear but her friend. And then she says, I could hear her, obviously, because I'm the one having the dream. I have a crush on him. And so her friend just kind of backs away, and she's like, oh, you do? And she starts thinking it's cute, right? And she's like, oh my gosh, go talk to him. What are you doing standing here? Go talk to him. And then the woman, she's just like, oh no, I can't. You know, too shy. I'm not going to do that. And so then now the other friend kind of wants to know what she said. So, you know, obviously the friend's giving her space. And I could see that. And so this woman gets the nerves again, you know, gathers her nerves again so that she can go, and then she whispers it again. I feel like that's key right there. She admits it again and says, I have a crush on him. And so then that other friend was like, you need to go over there. There's a bunch of people. It's like, it's regular, you know. You don't have to make it a big deal. You could just go over. There's a bunch of other people going and chatting with him. You don't want to miss your chance, the other friend said. You don't want, there's a bunch of people flocking over him. And she's not, the woman, she's not one to flock over a guy, okay? She's not one to go and be so flirtatious and be so throwing herself. She's not that personality. I could tell. I could see her because she's like kind of froze, you know? And so she's like, no, I can't do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to look like some, you know, celebrity idol fanatic. I just want to have a genuine connection, genuine conversation. And I think watching her, she actually didn't really realize that she had even a crush on him, because she was, it almost surprised her that she said it out loud. It surprised her. She had no idea. So when she said it out loud, it relieved a bunch of stress off of her shoulders, and she felt safe. She felt established. She felt like she could admit it more so out loud now, going forward. And I feel like that's key. A lot of people do not want to share their dreams. They do not want to write anything down that looks so amplified, out of this world dreams to come true, because they are fearful that it will not come true. But actually, we are supposed to write down our dreams. I'm not talking about the dreams I have, right? Like, I'm talking about the goals and dreams you have for your life. Whether it's a new car, whether it's a ministry, whether it's your dream to, you know, own an orphanage, etc., or a dream to have, you know, a kingdom spouse, etc., a dream to, you know, have, I'm just saying, throwing random things out because I'm trying to give you an example. A dream to go travel the world, a dream to go on a cruise, a dream to own a zoo, whatever it is. You're supposed to write these down. You're supposed to pray. You're supposed to give them to Yahuah. And you're supposed to wish. And you're supposed to dream. And you're supposed to say it out loud. Out of your mouth. Let it come out. And say it. okay? I have said it so many times that I wanted a certain specific vehicle, and now I'm living it. The dream. And that's just the vehicle. But just imagine anything else. I'm not talking about spooky manifestation. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about telling the Most High your dreams, your goals. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. Praying about them. Asking Yahuah if that's His will for your life. And if it is His will, it will happen in real life. Because when you pray, you're doing as in heaven. And when it comes true on earth as it is in heaven, it occurs. It happens. So that's pivotal right there. This advice, this vital advice that I want to give you is dream. And you know what? This vehicle that we just got, this was also my husband's dream, to get this specific vehicle. But he never said it out loud. And I would just keep saying it, because we had to get another vehicle because our family's growing and we need to have enough seats for everyone. Okay? So instead of getting a van, which we really, really did not want, at this time, we already had one before, but we kept trying to find these other vehicles that would seem more ideal or more suitable for our family, but it wasn't my favorite dream car. It wasn't. It was just another vehicle. I just didn't want to make another car payment with another vehicle that is iffy, sort of. I want it. I don't want to get a van like I did last time. I didn't really want a van, but I needed enough seats. So we decided we were just going to drive everybody in 2 different vehicles. Unless one day we get the giant Mercedes van, transit van. Then, obviously, everybody will fit in that one. So that's another dream of mine that I one day will have. And I will testify to it. But right now, I am living a dream come true. And my husband, when we finally got it, he was like, I really, really do like this car. And now he wants to get another one, but in a specific color. And I said, because the day that we've been thinking about getting a vehicle. I know, going on a tangent, but I'm just trying to explain to you how he was so shocked that a dream actually came true. You know, many people have lived a very difficult life, or a lot of character assassination occurring, and, you know, going through the journey of breaking generational curses and etc. You know, life looked gloom. Okay, life was difficult. But when you are a child of the Most High, okay, there is favor and there is grace. So when it actually occurred, because I kept insisting, I kept saying it, no, this is the vehicle, this is the one I want, this is it. I have a feeling. I also had a dream regarding having that specific color. So I knew that it was more than an inclination. It was a prophetic to be in the correct alignment. Okay? And Yahuah also says, what does thou want? You know, like he asked Solomon, what do you want? And he kept asking for wisdom and knowledge. He wasn't really asking for a lot of other things, but guess what? Yahuah gave him riches. He gave him grand wealth. Because he was being humble and doing his work at the beginning of his kingdom stage. So sometimes you don't have because you did not ask. You may be in lack because you did not ask. It's not that you're in lack because you're cursed. You broke the curses with Yahuah's help. Yahuah, our Savior. It is that you have not asked. So when you seek, you will find it. So a lot of the time in the secret place, you're discussing these conversations, and it even as the details to getting a vehicle. Now, back to the story. I just dreamed. I was trying to say with that, all of that, that when we finally did get the vehicle, he was like, I can't believe we actually got it. It was too expensive, and it ended up working out, and now they lowered the price, and then our payment is actually also lower. Anyway, he's like, I can't believe you kept being insistent. You kept insisting that you want, and you actually got what you wanted. And I'm like, of course. And I knew it was going to work out because I was like, I was praying. And Yahuah said in that moment he was going to manifest his abundance in that moment. So okay, so back to the dream. So there, as they kept catching each other's gaze, then the three of them left, and they were gonna go just browse around. You know, it's a carnival. At one point, this woman was walking on her own. Her friends were already near the stage, and she went browsing around by herself, and she was walking down, getting ready to the program was the concert convention was going to begin, and so she was walking towards the stadium to meet her friends, to sit along with them or stand. And on her way over there, somebody walks by and says 8 and 5. Like, everybody's minding their own business. She's going one direction. There are many going the other opposite direction. But she's just minding her own business. Everybody's minding her own business, and just randomly someone, as they're crossing paths, someone just looks at her, makes eye contact, and says 8 and 5, and then just walks off. Okay, that's a key. That's a message right there. And then she keeps walking, and she's walking on green grass, and it looks a little bit dry but green. Okay, and that person then says, or another person just walks right by her again and makes eye contact and says, starts kind of laughing, making fun of her, and says, what are you wearing? How are you dressed? You look like you're from the 1970s. And like, ha 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 ha. And they walk right past her. And when they said that, you know, then she looks down at herself, and she's now feeling ashamed instantly. And then suddenly there's a mirror that pops up out of nowhere, and she looks at herself. And she's this young woman, okay? She doesn't look old. In the dream, she doesn't look old. Probably in like 30s, 40s. But she looks younger than her actual age. And but when she looks in the mirror, she sees this old granny. Almost looks like an old granny, like a bunch of wrinkles everywhere. Her hair looks really messy. All right, and now she's like, what in the world? I've been walking down these streets looking like this. This is uncalled for. And she is always more dressed up, or she at least does her hair, at least does her makeup, at least she'll try. Okay, she's not a tomboy. Where, not downing on tomboys, but you know how tomboys, girls, they don't really go the extra mile. Okay, this woman, she does. So what she saw in the mirror did not really reflect. Okay, and that was key right there as well. So then she's just feeling down upon herself, and she's like, oh, I'm definitely not gonna try to walk up and talk to the one the prophet, the guy that was going to be on stage. And now that I saw myself in the mirror, she says, and I looked like this, all raggedy. It looked like an olive green zipped up sweater with some black leggings. That sweater looked a little bit faded. It just didn't look pristine outfit, what she would normally wear, and it could be a reflection of how she was feeling about herself. Could be. And she's like, I look like a Cinderella slave compared to this prince, this king that is going to be, I am not going to talk to him, she says. Definitely not anymore. How many of you have ever felt that way? Where unworthy and embarrassed, or not feeling in fashion, or not feeling confident in oneself, okay? But you want to be, you want to feel that way, confident. You want to feel worthy. You want to feel, but something is in the way and making you not feel confident. Okay, some people can relate to that. Okay, so after that, she just continued walking because she's still going to attend the event. You know, she just knows that she's not going to say anything to that. She's not going to walk up to, you know, every single time you attend a convention or a concert, you're not going to go and speak to the artist, speak to the prophet. You just attend. She's like, I'll just be one of those people that just attends. Don't have to be going the extra, you know, and no introduction. It's fine, because she also, in her own state of mind, is old-fashioned, and she believes that women do not chase the man. It is the man that does the chasing. But then she's like, why would he chase me? You know, she's like, I don't even like my outfit. I don't even like how my hair looks. I am not presentable. She wanted to almost disappear and not be seen, not be noticed. Just worship Yahuah, worship our Savior, and just hang out with friends. And it just even was not even relating to her regular personality. And you know, usually she makes her friends laugh. Usually she has a certain charisma. Usually she has spunk. She's tenacious. She has integrity. She has high morality. She is very supportive and she's outgoing in some moments, not all, you know. She will be able to, you know, be confident in the conversation, but for some reason all that played out and it totally made her feel not confident at all. So kept walking, and all of a sudden she's a very individual that she did not already decided that she was not going to say hello to, and not going to make the first move, make the first you know, because she's old-fashioned, right? She thinks that the very person that was catching the gaze was right in front of her, out of nowhere, right after the mirror incident. So then she's just like, and then he looks at her and says, we need to talk about the age. And he did not look angry or suspicious. He spoke direct. He looked intrigued and caring. And then she's like, of the age, my age, your age, or this era of time. And then she woke up, or I woke up. And so she thought that I could see her. I could hear what she's thinking. And then I woke up. So when I researched what 8 and 5 is 885. And so when I in the strong number of 885, that name pops up as Abraham. So Abraham is the father of the Jewish nation. He is the father of many nations. Okay, which I thought was pivotal right there. Then the segment of 1970, I looked up the strong number because Yahuah also speaks to me with numbers, and that word was hakar, and that means to make one strange. And it references that one is not in the mentality reflection of how Yahuah sees you. That you made yourself look strange to him. Of the downgrade of negative self-thinking of yourself. That it's strange. You made yourself almost look distant, kind of like not correct thinking, to be wrong minded, which I found so pivotal at the same time. I'm like, oh my goodness, this dream is really speaking. So, because that's what she was thinking when she looked in the mirror, when she saw this delusion that was false. And so what happened is, throughout her life, what I could see is a much severe character assassination that was being gaslighted, being ridiculed, being manipulated, being controlled, being insulted, just straight up insulted. Because it's like that, those scenarios in her life has molded her distraught mentality of how she thought of herself. As in, she didn't believe those things about herself, but she felt they were all talking crap about her. Who else? And they're all spreading rumors. And even though she has defended herself on some times, certain people still decided to think that way negatively of her. Okay? There was some friend enemies. There was some jealous fanatics that were doing witchcraft and causing a lot of despair. So she's even though she knows she's not who they say that she is, okay, who have tainted her, defamed her character, she is like, how is anybody going to see me for who I really am? So that was the low self-esteem in that piece, thinking that she's not worthy, she has not much value because her surroundings were not really valuing. And that's what she was carrying. So it has a lot to do with the sight. That's why I want you to watch that other video that I will attach, because there's going to be supernatural healing. And it has a lot. And the reason why I'm pinning these two together is because it spoke about, like, if I asked Yahuah, what do I do with this dream? And then he answered me by just randomly scrolling and then picking, felt like something was inclining me to watch this video. And I was like, wow, this is the exact video to be supernaturally delivered from the wrong mindset. Okay, because it has to do with the messy hair, it has to do with broken relationships, I think devastation, a loss of grace. It has to do with some kind of disturbance, attack of the mind. And so it was an attack, and it's an attack to get you off the alignment. Because as soon as you know who you are in Yahuah, you will walk like a princess, talk. You will conduct yourself in a manner that represents Yahusha. Okay? You will not be thinking less of yourself, unworthy. You will not be feeling minuscule. You will be divine. You'll be truly knowing your value. And the thing is, it's not that she was letting people step all over her. It's that she was tired of defending her honor. Okay? It's exhausting. She's quite feisty. Okay? She knows her worth, but she needed people to see her worth. And I think this was leading to the point where now Yahuah was going to bring honor to her name. And so the ordained spouse has to do with this, because later on when I asked, what is this dream about? And I asked in the secret place, what is this dream about? And then he said, certain people will meet their ordained spouse. There's going to be a time where they're going to cross paths in person, in real life, and that is coming soon. That's what this dream is about. That's what it means. What it is of the age. It is the era. It is the dimension of time where it's coming to pass now. So he wants you to be mentally prepared, removing the old garments, putting on the royal garments. And when I say messy hair, it's not like, obviously in real life, have some hygiene, and obviously, comb your hair. It's besides that point. It's more like a psychological, mental state where you have a lovely veil of his grace, of his honor, and you are in it. You're mentally ready. You cannot, how are you, he was stating, Yahuah was stating, he's preparing people all their lives for this moment. He has poured out his power. He has chosen you out of all the other individuals in your generations, you to wield the power, his glory, his power and glory. And then he needs these individuals to unite in union, in marriage union. And not only that, he needs a queen. So Princess Diamonds are going to become queens because they married a king. Hallelujah. You should be praising Yahuah if you have been waiting for your divine moment. Appointed times, it is now. This is really awesome for many of you. And it's timely. It is Moed times. Okay, so this is not where, oh, and it will happen 20 years later. No, this is not something along the lines. This is like now going. It already began. It's been in the works. And it's like a whole year of in the works. And now it's birthing season. You know how there was a birthing season of Esther's on the rise? Okay, and she had, Yahuah put her at the right place at the right time. He brought her to the king, okay? Yahuah brought Eve to Adam. He placed her in the same garden. All right? Okay. Yahuah, seeing how Naomi had and Ruth had a devastation, losing their husbands, okay? And then they had to travel back to the land so that way there was a divine purpose for that. And even for Ruth, okay, and there was divine guidance with vital advice, and that Naomi gave to Ruth. And it was the timely manner, the time frame, appointed times to meet Boaz. Okay, and it all worked out where then she was placed in the wheat fields. And there, as she's working the fields, he is watching her. And she caught his gaze. And he caught her gaze. And that kept occurring. You need to watch. I'm going to try to post the link to the video of that story, and that I saw on YouTube. And I'm starting to watch it every year during Passover. Anyways, it's very old-fashioned. Okay, it's ancient. Also, I should say it's ancient because, I mean, I'm not that old, but, and it was kind of made, you know, back in the 90s, it seems like. It looks kind of, there's not great megapixels. But the point is, you need to watch this version because the way that I need to show you something. The way that they speak is the way Yahuah wants us to speak of him. Being grateful. Always giving honor and glory. Always speaking with thanksgiving The way Naomi speaks, you need to listen. She's always stating, and her friends, you surround your people with like-minded people. They are speaking life, and then there's, I mean, she was kind of depressed though for a time, but they're speaking always with gratitude. I have this because Yahuah gave it to me. I have this, you know, even I have this vehicle because he provided it for me. He made it happen. I have this home. He moved us out of that city into that city, and now life is better because he had us claim territory over this land for some time before we moved there, and because he wanted us to take territory. You know what I mean? Etc. Whatever you have, you always be in thanksgiving, acknowledging you have it not because of your own works, but because of Yahuah provided it. Anyway, you just need to watch that version because it's just going to be eye-opening. But throughout that storyline, Esther had to change her mindset. It was kind of an intimidating task. Okay, and she was also preparing. She was bathing in milk and honey with rose petals. She was lavished in expensive, luxurious perfumes. But all of that is praise and worship. All of that is time in the secret place. All of that is gaining the divine glory, the Shekinah glory. That's what I'm calling this one. The Shekinah glory is going to fall upon these individuals, these ordained kingdom spouse connections, upon the king, upon the future queen. They are supercharged, superhuman, super duper in the divine alignment for the last days. And their union is needed to work together. Their ministries have to be together. That is why he's joining them. Not only that, he, like I was saying earlier, he made one from the prior video on chapter 1. This is chapter 2. He made one for the other. Exactly what Adam needed, Eve was. So this is the same thing. So get excited, be in the secret place, confirm with Yahuah if this is word is for you. And the supernatural power that I felt while praying along and being in worship and dreaming and proclaiming. Open your mouth. Proclaim victory. Proclaim healing. Because he was specifically praying for those people to be healed. Their mindset to be healed. But how do you heal the mindset? How do you heal how you see yourself? So that you can see that you are a Princess Diamond of the Most High. How do you do that? The only way, because you can't heal it yourself. Now, all the therapy in the world is not going to heal this. It has to be supernatural. Anyways, that day that I was watching that video, that I know goes alongside this video for the purpose of mental clarity, mental fog go away, be healed from distraught mindset, okay, and into the correct alignment, mental state that Yahuah wants you to be. I felt the burning sensation, like it wasn't on fire, but I felt my eyes were burning. He said, put your hand and pray for where you want healing. And sometimes my eyes do sting, but that's because they're dry, throughout the day. And I put eye drops, but this was a different type of burning. It felt like they were on fire. My eyes were on fire, and I had my eyes closed, and I was praying along. So it is true that Yahuah does give divine Shekinah glory to certain individuals who have the gift of healing and deliverance. And that type of power is needed so that you can get on to the next level. And you, if you are on this journey, you have been anointed by the Most High all this time to receive that same divine supernatural gifts, so that you can go out to the world, to the broken, to the sinners, to set the captives free. And that's what it's all about. Okay? And it was just amazing, because when I even felt it, it's like there was a different turn of events in that moment. I felt like, I personally gone through a lot of character assassination. I personally gone through a lot of betrayal. There was some generational curses. There was some witchcraft being thrown at us. And why do you think I get in the secret place? And why do you think that I pray so much? And because I never want that to happen again. And I don't want that to happen to you either. I don't want everything being stripped away because of jealous fanatics, envious people. I don't want it stripped away because of our own ancestors' sins or my own sins from the past. I don't want things taken away from you. Okay? So this is besides, there's a inheritance coming along, and it has a lot to do with these divine alignments with these ordained spouses union. Yahuah is going to bless these specific families as well. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you learned a lot. I hope you gained tons of wisdom. Now, wisdom is knowledge that you receive with action. So, you are going to be on this journey to heal emotionally, internally. You're going to be valued. You're going to be honored. And you know what? Esther had to go through the same thing. She had to be in hiding. Hadassah was her real name, and she had to change her name to Esther to be in hiding. So many of you are in hiding in this time frame. Okay? But this dream revealed that he kind of knew that she was the one, because he's told her it is of the age. If she's the one if the dream evolved, that it was stated that she told him, it would look like she's doing the chasing. It would also look like she would know. But this dream, she would know first. But this dream evolved. The way he showed me the dream is that he knew that she was the one. Okay? And one day that's going to happen to you. He's going to somehow bring it to your attention. And one day, he's actually going to take full throttle, full on. He's busting through. Okay? I was asking Yahuah, how come you haven't revealed her to him just yet? And he has told me I cannot tell him who these diamond princes are yet, because once these kings know, there's nothing gonna stop him. Nothing is going to stop. That's how badly he wants you. Nothing is going to stop him in his tracks. And I have a divine purpose for him to accomplish certain tasks. And I can't have him get derailed from the task. He's been praying about this. He's been praying for you. Okay? For a very long time. So if he knows who you are, he's going to find a way and find you and tell you. So that's why certain people are still in hiding. So you think there's nothing happening, there really is something happening in the sidelines, okay, in the background. And all of this is going to unravel itself, okay, in this coming age. In this, what was exactly was stated? It was, we need to talk about the age. So we need to talk about finally meeting. Hallelujah. So I pray that this brings much joy to your heart and inspiration and divine alignment. And stay tuned, like and subscribe, send this to someone who really has been in prayer and needing an uplift, because there are real, true things happening in the background. Now, I want you to stay tuned and connect yourself with chapter 2, sequel of the Ordained Spouse, because there is a second part that now is truly showing pivotal revelations of appointed times of the other individual actually is on the same page in real lifetime of the 2025-2024, okay, real life is on the same page. Now what was dreamed is now coming to pass in real life. That's why you need to stay tuned, okay? Please keep in prayer to confirm that this word is for you. And I will see you on the next video. Hallelujah. I will attach the part 2 sequel in the description as well. Shalom.